Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, got a bunch all alone is Vershawn Jackson. And Vershawn will get it to the 24-yard line.
Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by Wingstop. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Ah, yeah!
Game week. The fact that I'm doing this and moving around is an attestament of what I've done. Let it play, Bob. You guys wake up. It's Monday. It's Wake Up Monday. Pay attention Monday. You got to pay attention on Monday. So I had a grandpa moment and a Superman moment all at the same time. I got my grandkids over, and I got 3 little granddaughters, 8, 4, and 3. And the 3-year-old really loves her grandpa. She really loves her pawpaw. She always want to. So my brother, bless his heart, locks his keys in the car, right? Just stuff going on. We were in the garden pulling stuff and having a good old time. My brother calls me, man, I need to lock out stuff. I'm like, what? I locked the keys in the car with all the food. We're supposed to make some sweet potato pies because I harvested some sweet potatoes. I left the butter, sugar, milk, all this in the car. Okay, I run up to the shop, get the stuff, the lockout stuff. Now I'm over there trying to get him out, trying to jimmy it and trying to, open the door. Mm-hmm. So I was over there for so long. My granddaughter and my daughter was like, who's pregnant, that was at my house, because I live right around the corner from my brother. It's like, you know what? We're going to come over there and at least maybe we can lend a hand and help you hurry up and get back over here. So they show up. So now I got my granddaughters. Everybody's helping. The little ones on the hood. They're trying to, my brother's got these dark tinted windows so you can't see. And then the little Jimmy rig deal I was using wasn't strong enough to pop it open. So I looked at my brother. I was like, dude, just use AAA. What are we doing?
Is that what he did?
What are we doing? And if you don't have AAA, guess what you have? Insurance with roadside assistance.
Mm-hmm. Not VJ assistance?
No. My granddaughter and daughter's here. She's pregnant with little Hot Wheels Jackson. We can't have no mishaps. So I go, the youngest granddaughter is getting cranky. Now she's cranky. So I'm like, oh man, they got him. Paw time is out. It's over with. They're getting ready to go because she's cranky. So I tell her, you know what? I know you're cranky. Just come walk with Paw. We're going to walk home. My daughter drove. We're going to walk home. So we start walking. And we probably get about 10. It's only literally right around the corner, 4 houses away. So we start walking. We cross the street. Now, before we cross the street, this little girl is already cranky. She starts crying again. And she was like, Paw, pick me up. She don't have to say anything. She just look at me, and I know exactly what she wants. So I'm like, boom, I pick her up. Okay, she stops crying. We walk across the street. As we walking across the street, walk through the yard, it's a sinkhole. Who has sinkholes still in their yard? So now I got my granddaughter in my right hand, 3 years old. I got the utensils, the break-in materials, not break-in, but unlock, whatever you call that stuff, right? In my left hand, and I've hit the sinkhole.
Uh-oh.
Oh, gosh. So now, see, Grandpa Paw moment, Pawpaw's fall stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't on me, though. This was straight. I didn't know. You talk about getting the rug pulled, right? Or back in our day, they had Tom and Jerry, and it would be a hole, and they'd lay a rug over the hole, straight down, right? So I feel myself going down. And I can see my world crumbling in front of me because I'm 240 pounds. This little 28-pound 3-year-old who I love dearly is now like the ground is getting closer, Paw, in her mind. I can only imagine because it was slow motion.
Yeah.
So now I'm going down, and all I can think of is if you land on this baby, you're going to kill her. Her mom's going to kill you. It's just going to be it's a bad deal. So all I can think about is VJ, better put your cape on, bud. And I just launched. I just jumped, just straight out, Terrell. You know, trick off dive. You know, when the player, when they say when in doubt, lay out for the receivers, I just launched. And I took my granddaughter and I threw her to the left. I caught her and then I slid into first base.
Where'd the tools go?
The tools were still in my hand.
You
I
kept
think
the
I
tools.
kind of pinched her when I did it, so she was visibly crying and upset.
Oh yeah,
and all
that's
I could
scary.
And all I could think of, course, I was hurt, but all I could think of is,
She's okay.
she's all right. My arm is a little jacked up, so I'm a little beat up, a little dinged up. Black shirt. I'm a little dinged up. I feel like I played a game. This is all yesterday.
You can go see Jerry after this.
No, I might need to. Let's see. Oh, that hurts bad. But my point is, sometimes you got to get that negative energy. Sometimes you got to cut it off. I should have had my phones off. See, nobody could have called me. My brother, love you, bro. But it's solvable. It's a solvable deal.
Yeah,
it was solvable.
He wanted the easy way out.
He wanted the easy way out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very well.
He wasn't thinking about poor old VJ.
Nope.
No.
None of that.
To be fair, I don't think he would have guessed that was going to happen.
But y'all,
Listen, he didn't come over and say, "Can I bring you some? Can I get you in the bathtub?
Oh, he didn't help you anything?
Maybe you need to take an Epsom salt bath
Yeah.
with all those open wounds." No, you know what I'm saying? No.
y'all twins. He should have felt something.
Well, he did. He checked on the old guy.
Yeah, okay.
He said, "You're all right."
Did he bring you some sweet potato pie?
No.
Oh. It ain't even worth it anymore.
No, the sweet potato pie was out the door.
Oh man.
But anyway, my point is, you know, we need positive energy. Positive energy brings positive energy. And I know, Bach, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about this weekend, right?
Oh yeah.
Tons of stuff. I don't know, where do we go first? We got 3. So if we vote on what do we talk about first, like if you was gonna talk about something first, what would it be, Bach? Just say one thing.
Adrian.
Okay.
I don't want to
Terrell,
talk
come
about
on.
it.
What?
I had an Adrian episode this weekend.
Wait a minute. You have to just say one thing first. You don't get to choose this. This is the straight democracy right now, right? They vote on stuff.
Iowa State coach. Start off.
Oh,
with
Matt
him.
Campbell.
Yeah.
Iowa State coach. I would go, since I get the deciding deal.
That's not democracy anymore.
Yeah, it's not. Yes, it is.
If you get the swing vote, I guess.
I mean,
You get the
I
swing
get to
vote,
go-
yeah.
Sometimes you go last, you get the swing.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, I just thought it was the captain's.
No, just
monarchy. You're the king up
The
there.
first time I get the swing vote.
Oh, okay.
But the next time I'm going to extend to my buddies right here.
Okay, yeah.
The black shirt and
council.
Mr. Colvin. Yeah, the council. There it is right there. There you go. The council. I like Adrian.
Let's talk
too.
about something. Yeah.
Talk about
Yeah.
Adrian.
Let's get on
Adrian.
Adrian. Yeah.
It's there.
All right,
We're
Bob.
talk about it.
You said it. Start it off. Start it, Bob.
Well, I mean, it's frustrating. I mean, I think for most Husker fans too, if you followed along online, at least the people that I follow, they're all cheering for Adrian. They're all excited and happy to see something, and it's almost like they live vicariously through Adrian to get a big victory. It's just all sorts of mixed emotions, and it's really weird considering Frost is out the door. There's no longer this, hey, is it Adrian or was it Frost argument? Frost is gone. So we all kind of agree. Yeah, Frost wasn't the guy. Frost didn't put this team in a position to win more often than not. And then you see Adrian go out there and do what he did. It stings a little, but at the same time, I was happy. I was cheering for Kansas State to pull it off.
At the beginning of the year, and then Terrell, sorry for cutting you out, but at the beginning of the year, I said, why would a guy who's broken all kinds of records leave? What did he leave for? Might be seeing why he left, but anyway.
Yeah.
Well, he could have got asked, say, look, we think it's best you transfer. So, I
don't know. Why?
You never know that situation.
Why?
We was looking for better.
Bro,
we're looking for.
I mean,
A-Mart.
he played a great game.
Why I call it A-Mart?
But you know what? I have no feelings for the guy because you left on your own will, and that's a traitor to me. And that's just the way I feel about it. Anybody that leaves,
I feel the same way. But
anybody uses it goes for Wendell too. Like you chose to come up here. You brought your parents with you, and now you want to leave. So hey, At the end of the day, that's your
Yeah,
decision,
but what do you mean? So you mean to tell me that a person can be used as a crash dummy? He's supposed to stick around?
I don't care. Once I signed my
stop.
Once
Terrell.
I signed my letter
Stop
of intent,
it.
I signed it for 4 years.
So
You
if
know?
they would have crash dummied you out, right, and played you behind people that you were better than,
Out of position.
and
I
played you
played
out of position.
I played out of position.
You didn't play
Yes,
out
I
of position. You
did.
did.
I was a 200-pound linebacker.
Well,
if I didn't play out of
listen,
position, what was that?
it-
Okay, then I
it-
go to
it
then when I
works.
go to Green Bay, I play cornerback.
The reason
How you go from linebacker to corner?
You're an all-American
Time out.
linebacker.
See, he forgets. I don't. I got an elephant.
All right.
I forget stuff that I said just 5 minutes ago. But right now, stop it. Stop it. You already a safety that was playing linebacker in a system that you thrived in.
Never played safety before.
It doesn't matter.
Rover?
No, he
Never.
played linebacker.
Linebacker, yeah.
Perfect then. I'm saying he said he played out of position. If I'm giving him he played out of position, he didn't then. If he all played linebacker your whole life,
For
Honda,
8 years.
that's your whole life. And
Probably 6 years.
now you going less.
2 years of high
But in
school.
JUCO.
2 years.
In JUCO, you played
yeah.
linebacker, right? So
Yeah.
that's what they recruited you as.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was already alive. So he didn't play out of position. That's a lie. Now, when you went from the league, you would have had to really go into extensive training. Do you feel like you went into extensive training because you knew you were either going to be a safety or corner in the league?
Well, I was planning on safety, but I didn't. I ended up as a corner, and I had to lose 20 pounds just to get down to play corner. Because I was 208, and I got down to like 188. So, and
why didn't they keep you at safety?
I don't know. They never did. I guess because I ran a good 40 time. I don't know.
But did they ever say
No?
you went straight to corner?
Yep.
Then they probably felt like they had. Well, back then they probably had Darren Sharper,
Leroy Butler.
Leroy Butler,
yeah.
Craig
Yeah.
Newsom.
Sorry,
Tyrone Williams.
Well, maybe they thought Tyrone could train you and groom you into.
Well, it didn't work. I'm back here.
I'm sorry.
I'm back here.
Hey, but you got your life.
Yeah.
You alive and well.
Oh yeah.
And you in just the same shape as I remember you in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a little bit gray. Not even much gray, really.
But he did play a good game. I think the whole team played a solid game. I watched it, and when I watched their defense, K-State had the perfect pass drops on their zone drops. And I watched how the linebackers kept everything in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
That was a perfect drop. And I look at things like that when I watch college football because I'm a linebacker, like I said. No, but but yeah,
That's a lie.
I think they played a great game plan. I think that running back opened it up for Adrian at the end of the game.
Absolutely.
And that running back is probably a top 5 running back in college football right now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's got that.
Yeah. He's a short kid. He's short, stocky, stay low. And the way he was just blending in with his linemen, did he just go? But, and it was a perfectly planned game. They had a great offensive line. Defense played a heck of a game, it's your typical Big 12 game, 35, 45, they scoring points like that. Because, the Big 10, 12 is not known for defense, though.
How many turnovers?
How
many turnovers did he
none
have?
for Adrian.
How many did he
I
have?
don't think he had.
None.
Come on, Bach.
None.
No, Bach. How does the black shirt know?
Because I watched
How
the
the
whole
black
game.
shirt know? The black shirt know and Bach don't know? Are you kidding me right now?
I'll double check it.
This man had 0 turn. Listen, I called him A-Mart last year because I felt like
Or 2 a.m.
it was like I call him A-Mart for a reason. I'm calling him A-Mart like Kmart. Like you can go to Kmart and get just about,
Anything.
Yeah. So now I'm saying A-Mart because he had all types of stuff in his utility belt, right? And the only thing he used to do is blow gaskets in the worst time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? In the worst time. Whoever's the coach at K-State has got him where he's not making the mistakes that he made. He's getting – did you see the run?
On 3rd and 14.
Yes.
Oh,
Did you see the run? What did he do in that run that he normally wouldn't do?
Step up.
He did that, but he slid.
Oh, that
Yeah,
too.
he was sliding.
Yeah,
good.
he was sliding.
Yeah, he knew better.
Somebody told him, slide, get your butt down and not take those big hits from guys that really want to knock you out of the game like Tua. See, I forgot about that. I want to talk Tua too, right? Because we're going to talk concussions. Concussed.
To a brother or?
No, the quarterback.
Yeah, Miami.
Well, his brother
Dolphins.
plays for Maryland, and he got whacked pretty good too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well,
So-
maybe it was a Tua whack day, but I'm saying the fact that Joker got back up, just like any boxer who gets knocked down. Okay, we're boxing. Wow,
Yep.
he's knocked down.
He's
How many
dazed.
times have we seen a boxer get up off the ground and win?
Not many.
Yes, some.
Some.
Yeah.
There's some.
That's why they give him the 10 count.
Come
Give him a
on.
chance.
Yeah.
Buster Douglas.
Yeah.
Buster Douglas got knocked down in the second round, I think it was, by Mike Tyson. What did he do? He shocked the world because he knocked Mike Tyson out. I'm not saying it. I'm saying you got a puncher's chance. And all I know is if he was able to get up, shake it off, shake the cobwebs. Why are we making a big deal of that? They play football. It's called tough guys. Guys ain't going out of the game like that. Have you been dinged before where you had to shake it off in a little woozy? Did you go back into the game?
Yeah.
Absolutely you did.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know. He didn't know when I got shook up and I got a little shook. You know, coaches didn't know.
Yeah.
Because I was going to, if you've been in a collision before, you know that sometimes you got to shake off that loopy feeling that you feel after you done went wham like 2 Rams. So here I'm giving Amart my game ball. To me, he was the player of college football.
Oh, yeah.
That's just to me.
He was
Now,
the story
do
of
I
the week.
like the fact that he's at K-State doing this? Absolutely not. Do I want to play K-State in the bowl game? Yes, I still want to.
Let me ask you this. Are you upset about his offseason comments saying that's the most talented team he's been on? This is the best group of guys I've
He's
been
telling
around.
the truth.
That's what he said, and that's what truth. Yeah, you got an
Look at
All-American running back, preseason Big 12 player
What's
of the year.
the best running back that he's had in his career? Name him.
Wandale, the wide receiver? Maybe.
Wandale, the wide receiver.
Dedrick Mills?
Well, Dedrick Mills is freshman year.
Yeah.
But that was the same time that you put the pressure on him to be a captain. Here's my question. Is he a captain?
He was. I think he is, yeah.
K-State.
Yeah.
We need to find. Well, see. But he's a captain as a senior. As a fifth-year guy. Not a true freshman that don't know anything but go. Okay? You don't. Their mind's not developed enough to be a captain. So as a true freshman, it's enough pressure to be the quarterback. But now you put the pressure as a quarterback now to be the captain. My next question is, what was Verduzco doing? Scott was a quarterback. You had a quarterback's coach. That's 2. And an offensive coordinator. That's 3. 3 guys were supposed to be talking to that quarterback about what to do, slide, get it out of bounds. Great job here. Don't do this. RPO, give it to the running back more than you run it.
Well, I guess he watched some old film of Scott because Scott didn't slide. So I guess he wanted to be tough like his coach.
He came in with shoulder problems and shoulder surgery, right? Am I right or right?
Yeah.
Okay. He came in beat up already. So if you come in beat up, the last thing I want you to do is be running. I'm going to get a running back and a horse behind you. Oh, we got a number written on us. But anyway, I will yield my position. I think Amart played a great game. Hate to see him leave here and go there and be successful. But not only that, it beat Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah.
Beat him.
That doesn't reflect well on Nebraska, and we can get to that more.
He was going to get destroyed if he was the quarterback and he ran the ball like he usually run the ball
with Nebraska.
Yes,
yeah.
With the offensive line that we have, I'm telling you now. Look at those offensive linemen from K-State. How big were they? We're 6. How big were they?
They were some hogs now.
I didn't say they wasn't. I said how big were they and what did they do well? Ran the ball, right?
Run blocking, yeah.
Okay. So how many yards did they have on the ground?
Sure, at least about 300.
At least 300, maybe 360, 370. Yeah. But my point is, you don't get that without an offensive line. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that level of action without an offensive line. And man, let me tell you, that looked like a team that loved each other.
Yeah, that
They're
coach
picking each other up.
Yeah, that's a good coach. You know, they stuck together at out of town on the road.
On the road.
On the road, yeah.
You know, that what makes it so good because they did it on the road. And like I said, hats off to the whole K-State team. You know, they played an excellent game and they're the talk of the week right now. And Oklahoma is a reality call. It's a wake-up call. You know, you you got to get ready for Texas. You got to get ready for some other teams, and you just got to build off that.
That's what's weird though in college football. Now is when we play the teams that were supposed to take care of you took care of them.
Mm-hmm.
There was no, you're gonna have a team hanging on every blue moon. Like 95, I think Kansas game was close in the first half.
Oh,
in
yeah.
95.
Then we scored like 30 straight.
Yeah, I scored my first touchdown in that game. I got the party started. But but what I'm saying is, one catch, one touchdown, 1 yard. And so
that's a hell of a stat,
right? Virgil still brought that up. He was like, "Dude, I remember when you scored your first touchdown." He said, "You look like you had no clue what you had just did." So I just kind of raised my arms up and I'm looking around like, is that me? Did I really catch it this time? Thanks, Tommy. Tommy threw that to me. He gave it to me. Appreciate that, T-Frey. But I'm saying, I thought that A-Mark did what any good quarterback was. He did a great game. Now, he threw it up for grabs a couple times, but Oklahoma didn't capitalize.
Well, yeah, I seen the one that Buddy knocked down, but he had that one, so that was one.
That's what I say. He's got 2 passing touchdowns on the year still. He's not too refined as a passer. He's not. It's not like we went out there and saw like, oh, he's going to be an NFL quarterback.
Right. Well, I mean, he'll get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Somebody might be able to help his accuracy. You know what I mean? Because he lacks accuracy, but he's got a big arm now. Didn't he throw? I mean, he threw some bombs in the game. They didn't go for scores or slants.
It was like, hey, 500.
Yeah, well, that last one was check change 1,000, and his receiver made a good play on the ball. He went and played defensive back.
Oh yeah.
So see, that's what I'm saying. That's a good coached football team.
Yeah.
Bail your quarterback out. He's threw an errant pass. You as a receiver who's been coached well, know when you see an errant pass, you become the defensive back now and knock it down. Don't try to be a hero. Knock it down. So I thought he played well. I thought that it just shows how far we are, and we've got to start with the foundations and the fundamentals, blocking and tackling, and rebuild our program. It won't be a problem getting talent at Nebraska. I mean, you sent me somebody.
Yeah.
I was looking at him like, ooh.
Yeah.
That's a go. Whoa.
I got some contact down south.
Whoa.
So I'm helping.
Woo.
Yeah.
Where did he commit to though? He
committed to Southern Miss, but this is Nebraska.
Yeah. Brett Favre might have messed that up now.
Yeah.
Brett Favre might have he shot the light on Brett Favre. Now everybody talking about Brett Favre. You see that, Bob?
Oh yeah.
Everybody talking about they should give us some credit for that.
We talked it up.
Everybody talking about Brett Favre and the food stamp scam. You think they gave him $10 million in food stamps?
Oh,
that's the equivalent of $5 million, right? $10 million. Oh, I didn't say that, right? I
don't know.
70 for the 100.
Hey, it's Monday, man. Wingstop.
Chicken sandwich.
Thank you.
There it is.
Wingstop.
Chicken sandwich.
Go get your chicken sandwiches. www.wingstop.com. On the captain, tell them I sent you. You can get all types of different flavors. Guess what? 50th and Noe Street, 29th and Pine Lake Road, 28th and Superior. It's the captain. I'm with.
The black shirt.
I'm with.
Coven.
The ticket, 93.7. Be right back.
Casey's General Stores is giving away 2 tickets to each Nebraska football home game this season. To enter, just head to any Casey's General Store location in Lincoln during the football season, scan the QR code at the front counter, and fill out the online form. One winner will be chosen at random 2 days before that week's game. So head over to Casey's, stock up on all your tailgating snacks and drinks, and register to win 2 tickets to a Nebraska football game, brought to you by Casey's General Store and 93.7 The Ticket.
Join us on Fridays from 2 to 6 on the rooftop at Barry's as we get you ready for Saturday's game on the block with Eric Strickland and Nate Brennan, followed by Old School with Jay Foreman and DP this Friday from 2 to 6 at Barry's on 9th and Q.
They might win, they might lose, but either way, you have something to say about it. Don't miss the Husker After Party postgame show immediately following every Nebraska football game. Nick Sainert and Jake Bachhoven give instant reaction. quotes from the players and coaches, and take all your phone calls with thoughts on the game. It's the Husker After Party postgame show, only on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sponsored by Action Plumbing and Heating, Gary Michaels Clothiers, and Brent Excavating.
Hey, buying a used vehicle sucks, and the biggest problem is who can you trust? Hey, this is Carl from Price Right Auto out here at West O Street in Lincoln. Here's what customers have told us they want from us. They want transparent pricing with no games. We have all of our pricing on our website, plus a Carfax report. We don't want to buy a lemon. We include a 3-month warranty on all of our vehicles. We don't want to play games. Just make it simple. You saw that with non-commissioned salespeople. Can you trust us? Just check out our Google reviews. Again, this is Carl from Price Right Auto in West O. Check us out at pricerightauto.com.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
You're getting lots of steps in this fall between going to football and volleyball games. Are your shoes getting worn out? For the rest of September, when you stop by Brown Shoe Fit, you can take an additional 20% off the men's clearance rack sale price. The clearance rack has your favorite brands like Brooks, New Balance, Clarks, and more. Hurry in for the best selection in your size. The sale ends September 30th, so hurry in now for 20% off all shoes on the men's clearance rack at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Bauer Infrastructure is a new name from a well-established brand, and they're paving the way to progress. And they're hiring. Bauer Infrastructure is hiring truck drivers, carpenters, truck mechanics, and equipment operators. And they have industry-leading benefits to maintain a work-life balance. Bauer offers paid time off and paid holidays, a matching 401k plan, medical, dental, vision, life, and disability insurance, a clothing allowance, and more. Start your new career today by applying at BauerInfrastructure.com.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is searching for mechanics of all skill levels to grow with us. Landmark offers a competitive wage, full benefits package, along with paid time off within just 60 days of employment, as well as a 401k and a boot and clothing allowance. Interested in becoming a part of the Landmark difference? Apply now at landmarkimp.com/careers or contact Deanna 402-310-7561 or email careers@landmarkimp.com. That's landmarkimp.com. Landmark Implement is the equal opportunity employer.
Empire Fence and Netting in Waverly is now hiring for several positions. They're looking for a fence installer for both commercial and residential, for local projects, and ones that require travel. They also have openings for operators, dirt work, welding positions, and applicants with CDLs are very desirable. If you're looking for a locally operated business that provides excellent work for customers and great benefits and care for its employees, email info@empire-fence.com or give them a call at 402-682-7658. Empire Fence and Netting.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, sponsored by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
She's almighty. You know what it is? A brick house.
I know a brick house now.
Yeah.
See you always playing it. I don't know why y'all don't play with some of my old school songs, man. I don't know what we got.
I don't know.
And you know what? Why Rico looked that up? Come on, Bach. Give me your take on Adrian. Go ahead and finish. Well,
I don't think his that game plan is sustainable. Like I said, he still only got 2 passing touchdowns on the year, 21 rushing attempts in that game. Again, not a sustainable game plan, but obviously you do that against Oklahoma. I'm interested to see if they set into going into that game. Of course, they lost to Tulane the previous week, so this was not like they had a whole lot of momentum going into this Oklahoma game. So they said, we need more of them. We need, we're not just going to have him be, trying to quarterback us to a win. It's, we're going to open it up for him, and they sure did. But I'm just interested to see how much further that goes. And then, all this stuff kind of is interesting in the Nebraska coaching search as well, because Chris Kleiman, maybe for a week there after losing to Tulane, you go, maybe not. Then he beats Oklahoma, and you go, maybe so. But I don't know.
Bring him back, huh?
Yeah, he's back in the discussion. I think.
I don't know. I kind of got my one. My one is my one is of course Mickey Joseph. My number 2 is I like Baylor.
Dave Aranda,
yeah, I like that. That's my number. If I got to go with a number 2, that'll be my number 2. What do you think about this whole? Let's put this Adrian Martinez stuff to bed.
Yeah, he played a good game. You know, it's time to move on, and you know, maybe next week he'll give the same performance. You know, you never know what you're gonna get with Adrian. So you know, it's like a crystal ball, and you don't know. So we'll just play it. We'll just play it by ear. You know.
Yeah. All right, come on. This is Rico said that this is how he feel about Martinez.
That's how he feels.
Yeah, sweet child of mine. This is how you feel. I know. This was for you, Rico. From me to you, Rico. I know how much you love A-Mart. I know that. You know you're being recorded. Everything you do. When you play football, the eye in the sky don't lie. Just like the eye on YouTube, the eye on Twitch, the eye on Facebook, the eye on all these other operating systems where they can see you. That means the I know this your song, Bob.
Step Brothers.
That's Terrell singing, by the way, not the captain. I would not sing. Sometimes Terrell can sing. I don't know if you know this, Terrell.
I watch it off Step Brothers.
Okay, so that was a shout out. That's for Rico because I know Rico loves Adrian Martinez. You know, if Nick was here, he'd be hugged. They'd be hugging back there.
They were arguing with you all off season, weren't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I changed them. I made them drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I was a bully because I made them drink Kool-Aid. Now I'm drinking water.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, but you was drinking Kool-Aid last week. Now all of a sudden you want to drink some water. No, when we was out there, what did we have? Watered down Gatorade.
Yeah.
No, we did not have the real Gatorade. We didn't get the real Gatorade.
Watered down.
We just had water. I mean,
we had water.
I'd rather drink water anyway.
But I'm saying there was a half point, halftime, somewhere in our practice where they gave us watered down Gatorade, and we thought that was just the best thing. We knew that was okay. You halfway there.
Yeah.
Option drill's over. 907 is over. Now you got to get to the team stuff. It's pretty laid back at that point. You know what I'm saying?
You ever threw up on water?
Negative.
Oh, I have.
I've thrown up water. I can't say that.
Yeah. I thought a rough night out in Canada one time. We had a scrimmage the next day. Oh man,
see, that's why you didn't make it.
Oh, I hit him.
You on your rough nights.
Oh, I hit him. Yeah, they were rough days.
Oof. I can imagine though. You know, having a rough night and then having to. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Why did we wait till you get to the NFL to try that?
Yeah, I don't know.
They never do that in Nebraska, but you get in the NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the lifestyle
looking over you. Yeah.
No, yeah, you what would we? I would have been 22, 23.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing. They give you a little couple quarters, so you got quarters in your pocket. You know, you got your chest poking out, not knowing that the NFL means not for long.
Oh, yeah.
That's the definition of the NFL, not for long, for all you youngsters that want to be it. So we put that to bed. What was the next thing? What do you want to talk about, Terrell?
Matt Campbell, ain't it?
Matt Campbell.
That's your man?
Huh?
That's your second?
Yeah.
To Mickey? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
No, that's my third.
Who's second?
The guy from Baylor.
Dave Aranda.
Yeah, see, boom,
yeah.
Bow.
And you know what was funny? I mean, I kind of got mad at the Iowa State coach because when he was first and goal on the 1 yard line.
Okay.
Shotgun.
So and you saying Matt Campbell. And he went
second.
He
went 3 downs in a row, but he went 4 on 4 and he got it.
I know.
So,
that takes some kahunas.
Yeah.
But why even put yourself in that position to be first and goal?
Well, you know, it was kind of funny to me because I said, well, maybe this is what college football is all about, though. You know, for nowadays they just taking the ball on the 1 yard line and going a shotgun and trying to get it there. So, you know, maybe it was me, but you know, from the last couple of games I've seen, Even every college game, they get on the goal line and it's shotgun. So maybe it's a trend. Who knows?
That's a bad trend.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm telling you, that's a bad. I would get under center. I'm still a guy, a proponent of getting under center and maybe putting the tight end because we don't have a fullback or H-back or Yant or somebody in there and just say, hey, listen, go run over and just dive. And then let the running back do what he's going to do. You know what I mean? But we need to get underneath the center a little bit, I think. You know what I mean? Whatever happened to hard counts?
I don't know. They just
discipline is out.
They just clapping now.
Discipline is out. Let's see what this year one shot at it, Rico.
I was just gonna say that the Baylor Iowa State game. If Iowa State wins that game, Matt Campbell is everybody's number 2.
But because he lost.
I know. So since he lost, he dropped down. I feel like a lot of people wanted Matt Campbell, and then he just lost it. It was the who wants to be Nebraska's next head coach bowl game, and Dave Aranda came out on top.
Which is weird because I don't think they should do it that way. This is not Matt Campbell's best team. He just lost his best running back that he brought to Iowa State, his quarterback that he had there forever, the tight end, I believe, too. This is not so
he's rebuilding.
He's rebuilt. I don't know if this is the year that you want to judge Matt Campbell based on head-to-head against Dave Aranda, who's coming off a Big 12 championship.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see whoever goes against Lance Leipold who comes out on top there.
Still, though, again, I'm just going to say this. Anybody worth their salt, as far as I'm concerned, I call myself an offensive coordinator. I don't care on what level. I can be offensive coordinator on any level. If you give me first and goal from the 1, guess what I'm doing? I'm getting underneath center. I'm going to have a fullback in the game. My best 2 dogs better be my center and my left guard or my right guard, wherever they at. Right guard, tackle. Guess where I'm running?
Right
behind them.
Who's to say Baylor coach wants to come here, though? You know, it ain't, you know.
Well, you don't know who wants to come here, so
if
that's why Mickey Joseph's number 1.
Well, listen. If we are gonna follow the norm and the trend, like you're saying, as far as shotgun, and we're gonna give somebody $10 million, like, could you imagine over at Michigan State how they feeling right now?
Oh yeah,
they're feeling a certain way.
He get it all. He gets it all.
Oh, no.
Fire him today. He gets it all.
That's
Well, I
like
mean,
90 million.
Look,
that's 90 million.
I would
you got 90 million reasons to keep me.
He's got a he's got a grace period, especially signing that gigantic contract. But his last year's team was built exclusively off of transfers almost.
Yeah.
Well,
what is built off this year?
I know, but I'm just saying.
I don't know how many transfers they got this year.
Yeah.
You don't pay that type of money. See, that's what happened when you pay that.
You got to lock him down though, because he was in the talks. He was rumored to, and he's one of those coaches that has had switched jobs. You know, he was at Colorado for 2 years and he went to Michigan State. I don't know where he's at before then, but people were saying, I'm not saying, people were saying that he was one of those coaches that if somebody offers him more money, he's going to
How
jump
much Nick
ship.
Saban make?
And Saban he has in his contract that every year, whoever he has to be a top 3 paid coach.
How much does Nick Saban make? Do we know that?
We can look.
I know we've been neglecting your text line, but it's open right now.
I think so, something like that.
13
Let's say he's top 3.
My point is this: so you telling me that, and I love Mel Tucker. I think Tucker is one of the top 25 up and coming. But if you tell me Mel Tucker's top 10? That's not true.
They had to shell out the money to keep him. He was rumored. He was before Brian Kelly took the LSU job. He was rumored to go to LSU. He was rumored to go to a whole bunch of different places. So Michigan State had to bring out the big bucks to keep him there.
Like, what's your goal if you're Michigan State? If Mel Tucker walks, to find the next Mel Tucker, right? So
if you got him, lock him down.
I mean, I agree with that.
I mean, another school can buy him out. You know, so can pay his buyout.
No.
Nobody's doing that.
But that's the thing. If somebody wants to come in,
meal tickets?
If somebody wants to come in and take him away now off of that, like, okay, then you're good. No, but I'm saying if that happened.
That's like if all of us got $1 million in our pocket.
Hey, they say they say he'll be a good fit at Auburn. So just watch.
Oh my gosh, guys!
They're gonna have to offer a lot.
If they give you $10 million, bro, you ain't. They saying we're making a commitment to you. You got to make a commitment to us.
Come on,
yeah,
man.
but if somebody's giving you $10 million and somebody comes in and says, "I'll pay you 13,"
see, must be the money? He all about the money.
There's no loyalty.
That's all it is.
There's no loyalty in college football.
That's what's wrong, though.
Yeah, that's what's wrong.
That is what's wrong, but that's what it is.
We keep paying bums to feed us boo-boo sandwiches, and then they tell us, "Oh, it's gonna get better," and we keep believing this tomfoolery. Stop with the shenanigans. ladies and gentlemen. Seriously.
Hey,
You need to. I
this
get
is
it.
the
I
new
get it. We
NCAA.
need to- I get it. We need to pay, but I do think that everything needs to be on a level, meaning performance-based. All of your accelerators need to be performance-based from the jump, just like they do in anything else. Okay, you got $1 million base salary, right? And then, okay, if you win 4 games, you get $1 million bonus. If you go 8, you get another one. You go 12, oh my goodness, we'll give you 2. Now that's 5 or 4, whatever it is. My point is they had to work for it.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Nobody
true.
is working for anything anymore. We don't believe in developing talent anymore. We believe in just gimme.
Well, the thing is, you can try and do your performance-based salary for wherever you're. Let's say you're the AD in Nebraska. You want to do your performance-based salary for whatever coach you're going to bring in.
Sure.
And then let's say Auburn just fired their coach. Georgia Tech just fired their coach. They're looking at the same coach as you, and they're saying, okay, they want to pay you. If you hit all these benchmarks, you'll make $5 million.
Cut his mic. You're done.
You know where he's going with that.
Yeah, I know where you're going with that. It's over with, Rico. I might bring you back in the next segment, man, but I ain't even about to let you spit that poison to the captain's listeners. Yes, right. www.wingstop.com, and they got
chicken sandwich.
Yes, what else they got, Bot?
Chicken wings.
What the world is going on? You can get over there right now. www.wingstop.com. Hit them up.
Yeah.
Guess what? They have your food all ready to go. And you might even catch Terrell over there getting a
chicken sandwich.
What kind?
Cajun.
Okay, good. Cajun chicken sandwiches. Only by Wingstop. This is the captain. I'm with the black shirt and Mr. Coven, 93.7.
Hey guys, Nick Sadert here, and I want to tell you about my friends at Spine and Sports Chiropractic. I experienced a herniated disc in my lower back a few years ago, and thanks to the folks at Spine and Sports, I got back to feeling 100%. At Spine and Sports, they use the active release technique, which involves the soft tissue and can alleviate headaches, shoulder pain, plantar fasciitis, and more. What I like most about the ART method is that your doctor will construct a plan that fits your needs because the technique is not a cookie-cutter approach. Allow Spine and Sports Chiropractic to help you feel better. Set up your appointment today by giving them a call at 402-261-6841.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Guys, I just had my weigh-in over at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping after my second 10-week session over there. Since I started with them in April, I've lost 70 pounds. No pills, no starvation diets, just the proven method at Farrell's using kickboxing, strength training, nutrition, and personalized coaching. It all starts with their 10-week challenge. The next one begins on October 1st. Reserve your spot and get half off by mentioning the ticket. You can get all the information at fxblincoln.com, and I'll see you at Farrell's for the 10-week challenge beginning October 1st. Join now for 50% off.
Bauer Infrastructure is a new name from a well-established brand, and they're paving the way to progress. And they're hiring. Bauer Infrastructure is hiring truck drivers, carpenters, truck mechanics, and equipment operators. And they have industry-leading benefits to maintain a work-life balance. Bauer offers paid time off and paid holidays, a matching 401k plan, medical, dental, vision, life, and disability insurance, a clothing allowance, and more. Start your new career today by applying at BauerInfrastructure.com.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer 2 of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
Get an immediate look back at the game from the people who know it best. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word live from Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Hear from former players and national champions like Jay Foreman, Rashawn Jackson, and Aaron Davis and see what they saw in that day's game. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word live and in person, home or away at Tanner's Bar and Grill, brought to you by Bauer Infrastructure. Only here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Hello, everybody. I'm Charlie Stone, and joining me in just a moment is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. But before I bring Andy on, I need to tell you about something that really got my attention. Just the other day, I saw on television Andy announcing that in the last 50 years, they had sold and serviced close to 100,000 vehicles.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, actually, the number would be a lot higher if we add in how many repeat customers we have for service and that come back to buy cars from us over and over and over again.
Now, Andy, tell everybody about your special offer.
Well, as most people know, always trade for vehicles, but now we're offering for people to come in and sell us their cars. We're ready to buy, bring it on in, whether it's a year old or a few years old, and we'll pay them cash that same day. It'll be hassle-free, and we'll do it the Honda of Lincoln way.
Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of buying cars, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
These days, there are more reasons than ever to treat yourself to a great haircut at Great Clips with the online check-in app. So tell us, why do you check in?
I check in because I'm tired of hat hair. I check in because we all need a cut.
I check in so I can feel like me.
And I check in so I look good for you.
No matter why you check in, you'll check out with a great haircut and save time with our online check-in app. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Busted. Back with Vershawn Jackson, sponsored by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wherever you left off. Come in. Yes. It's the captain. We are back live with
the black shirt
and
Coven.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. It's the breakdown,
I'm just
y'all.
in yellow. She says hello.
Yeah. I'm just a good fellow. Hey. Okay, Cove. Now we on Friday, because it was a bye week, we picked some games, and I think we should do it all the time. We're not picking Nebraska though, okay? We're not picking that game.
Don't include
Don't
them.
even include it. Okay?
That, by the way, that's gonna be a hard one to pick. Nebraska, Indiana.
Well, Indiana don't have a defense.
No,
that's encouraging.
I'm not saying nothing this week. I just want to go. I'm just gonna go to the game.
No
and watch
predictions.
It. No predictions.
That's what I'm saying. There's no reason to have a prediction.
Nope. I'm just gonna go watch it on the sidelines and eat some popcorn.
It's a lose-lose situation. You know, if we lose, you shouldn't have predicted it.
Yeah.
Right? So don't even do it. Just hope that we go out and we play extremely well. That's where I'm at with the rest of the season. Doesn't matter if we win or lose. I just want to know how we play the game. You know, and I think if we play the game, if we get the fundamentals, blocking, tackling right, we'll start winning. But anyway, start with the first game, Bach, and then let's get through this real quick.
All right, well, we went with Maryland, Michigan, and we all picked Michigan. That was a closer game than we expected, but Michigan did come out on top. Wyoming, BYU. I went with BYU. You guys went with Wyoming.
We went with our heart.
BYU won.
We went with Craig Bowl.
Craig Bowl, man. Mike Grant, man. We thought they had a shot.
Nebraska ties.
USC, Oregon State. We all went with USC, and it was a game that almost nobody could watch because it was on the Pac-12 network. I don't know if you guys stayed up late enough to see everybody complaining they couldn't watch that game.
No.
But we all picked USC. We got that one right. Oklahoma, K-State. None of us believed in Adrian like we should have.
Dang. Hey, that was the game. That was almost like I told Jake Sorensen. I said, Jake, you should put it all on Miami. Moneyline.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They didn't give him a chance. Buffalo's gonna cream him. I said no.
Yeah.
I guarantee they win that game. Anyway, we'll get back to the games.
Over the
Who would have picked K-State?
Who would have
That'd
picked?
been tough,
Hey, who would have picked Middle Tennessee State?
Oh, yeah. We didn't have that one on here.
That we didn't have that one.
Victory over Miami.
That was kind of crazy. But go ahead.
Clemson, Wake Forest. You guys picked Clemson. I picked Wake Forest. It was 2 overtimes, but Clemson came out on top. Baylor, Iowa State. VJ, you were the only one believing in Matt Campbell there. We went with Baylor. Baylor gets the win.
If he would have just got in the get out of the when you get within the 10-yard line, throw the shotgun out of all you guys' playbooks. Please, offensive coordinators. You're making us offensive coordinators look horrible.
Yeah, and for that, especially at the 1-yard line, even if you don't get it, it's deflating. You got to go 99 yards on your defense. Good luck. You're still winning the field position battle. You get another chance at it.
Yeah.
Most likely. Central Michigan and Penn State. We all went with Penn State. Penn State won that one. Kent State and Georgia. Of course, we all went with Georgia. Georgia won that one. Minnesota, Michigan State. I'm the only one rowing the boat. You guys went with Michigan State.
Remember, I told you it was hard for me to, go against PJ Fleck, me being that was the first coach I talked to at Big Ten Media Day.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of my favorite coaches. So I don't know why I didn't row the boat, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I figured, it was at Michigan State.
Yeah.
Booker T. Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
Let us down.
You know what I mean?
And then the woodshed.
Yeah.
The woodshed can't compare to rowing the boat, though.
Well, they rowed the boat right through the woodshed. Pow, pow, pow.
Minnesota, by the way, beating teams on average through their first 4 games, 45-6.
They are scary.
So they look.
They
like
come
the Big
here?
Ten West. Do they
Or we
come
go
here?
there.
Trying to think of the last year's game.
I don't know. We have to look and see what happens. Go ahead.
Texas and Texas Tech. None of us believed in the Red Raiders, and they got the win. Florida and Tennessee. Terrell and myself picked Tennessee. VJ, you went with Florida. Tennessee came out on top. Oregon and Washington. VJ, you were the only one to get that point because Oregon did beat Washington. We believed in Washington there.
But hey, look, one point Washington was up. I thought they had it. I looked back at Sports Center and oh my god,
yeah, it's Washington State, by the way.
Yeah.
Hawk down.
Arkansas and A&M, same story. A&M gets the win. VJ's the only one getting the point on that one.
Dude, at some point, do you know how much pressure it is on Jimbo to win? You talked about all of this money. Nick Saban accused you of buying a team, and you're getting your head kicked in.
Man.
You can't do it.
Man, I tell you what, Arkansas won that game, man.
Did
you see the field goal post, man?
Well, it bent.
The top of the post.
The top of the post. It bent over.
So, Arkansas is still a better team than them, I think. So,
mine. Yeah,
not
the best team
not according to wins and losses.
Okay, Arkansas won game.
Alabama and Vandy, we all went with Alabama as well. We should have. They won that one. And then Rutgers and Iowa. You went with Rutgers, VJ. That didn't turn out.
I thought Vedro. I was going with Vedro. I was going with another player.
Rutgers has played like 4 different quarterbacks now, I think.
I know, but I really don't like Iowa.
Yeah, that too.
It's just something about Iowa. I want Iowa. But you know the thing about Iowa? They start with defense, right? Every year.
Oh, yeah.
They'll start with their defense. Their defense is off the chain. Their defense scores more than the offense. And then it allows the offense a chance to catch up.
Yeah.
Well, once they catch up, you got your defense and your offense playing at a high level. Look out.
Good.
It's crazy because you would think like
I gotta sneeze.
You can't rely necessarily on defensive touchdowns every week, but they get them. It's crazy.
Yeah, they got a great cornerback. Great preseason All-American cornerback.
Brian
How many
Voss.
points did y'all average? The defense. You remember what that was in 95?
About 13 point something.
The defense. We got to look that up.
Well,
Southern Text
wow.
line is open. 402-464-5685.
Like defensive touchdowns every week?
Yes.
Jeez.
We only gave up about 72 yards rushing a game. Probably about 300, two something passing. You know, we getting up in the game. We know we put the backups in and they get a couple of more yards. So, you know, it doesn't really tell the whole thing, but I can look it up.
Well, it just will be interested to know. I'm interested to know how many points did you guys put up per game, because that was a stat that our defense put up X amount of points. I don't know if it was 9, but there was a stat where they put up points.
Jeez.
Oh, come on. Every game our defense was putting up points, man. And I think we've got to figure out a way to get back to that mentality. Not to who we were in the 90s, but the mentality of defensive takeaways when you just not take it away, but turn it into points. Meaning you pick it off. How many scoop and scores did we see this weekend? There's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so are you done with the games?
Yeah, I'm done with the games. That leaves me at 10-5, and you guys at 9-6.
All right, let's make sure we keep this.
Yeah.
10-5.
I'm the winner of the first week.
You are the winner of the first week. We got, 9 more weeks?
Yeah, there's plenty of time.
Or 8.
We'll catch up. Only one game advantage over you guys.
You
guys both were 9-6.
Bach, you threw at the break. We want to see what you say.
All right. You're listening to The Captain here with VJ, Terrell Farley, myself, Bach. We'll be right back after this break. Stay tuned to The Ticket.
An entire week celebrating Lincoln's craft brewers is just around the corner. September 26th through October 2nd is Lincoln Craft Brew Week. Head to lincoln.org/beer tour for a complete schedule of events at your favorite local establishments. Brought to you by the Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sunday morning. It's quiet. Not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum. Casey's General Stores is giving away 2 tickets to each Nebraska football home game this season. To enter, just head to any Casey's General Store location in Lincoln during the football season, scan the QR code at the front counter, and fill out the online form. One winner will be chosen at random 2 days before that week's game. So head over to Casey's, stock up on all your tailgating snacks and drinks, and register to win 2 tickets to a Nebraska football game, brought to you by Casey's General Store and 93.7 The Ticket.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go.
Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Book your appointment today at nebraskaautodetail.com.
This is Dan Friedman. Between 2010 and 2019, distracted driving caused more than 40,000 car crashes in Nebraska, resulting in over 14,000 severe injuries and deaths. Please keep your eyes on the road. If you have a smartphone, put it away while you're behind the wheel. It will help keep our community safe and secure. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at freedmanlaw.com today.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer 2 of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
I'm sick of the chaos.
Yeah, I am too.
But some people love coaching searches. Like, they love it. This is fun for them. Some people would prefer that to having consistency and success, which is odd to me. But if you like chaos, that's your own thing, man.
I used to think that was about 3% of the fan base. Yeah, I'm going more toward 25% now.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, got a bunch all alone is Vershawn Jackson. And Vershawn, he'll get it to the 24-yard line.
Coming at you live from the Coppell Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by Wingstop. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Ah, yeah!
Let me rant for a minute. I can't believe you guys, nobody but Terrell Farley remembered that I had Adam Carricker. There Rico is all on the mic recording stuff. Oh, I want to get Adam Carricker on the phone, man.
Get him on there. I thought that was maybe just after games.
What? No, it's
the bye week.
It's every Monday.
Oh, okay.
Bye week 2. It's not like Adam Carricker goes into a hole somewhere. He goes into hibernation.
Maybe he's lifting.
I'm just saying, I want his thoughts about Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite sure he's got some pretty good takes.
Probably watch some games this week.
I want to know what he thinks about Tua. What do you guys think? Tua?
About him getting up again?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm kind of split because I like you. I mean, I love the days of the 90s, the highlight tapes, the guys getting just destroyed and getting back up. You're right. It isn't boxing. I mean, we give them a 10 count when they're dazed, maybe have a concussion, but they're trying to clean up the game. And so it is a bit weird to see a dazed guy go kind of right back in the game. I don't know, if you let him sit out a series or two, if that makes you feel better. But there, we're kind of in an era where if you get 5 or 6 concussions, you start thinking about hanging up the cleats, which is completely different than the era you guys played in.
No, you get hammered a few times, bro. It takes a toll on you.
Yeah,
I don't care who you are and what you're doing. I'm simply saying the job that we have is a dangerous job, right? Especially for a quarterback. That's probably the most vulnerable position out on the football field. And I'm not condoning concussions, but I think if a guy can get up, you let him get up. Yeah, he took a standing 8 count. Smack. Then he got up, and what did he do? What if he didn't get up? Not that Bridgewater couldn't brought him back, but I don't know if Bridgewater could have brought him back.
Yeah.
I don't watch no Dolphins.
Man, hey, listen, the Dolphins are exciting, man. It's so funny because I always mess with Jake and I'm like, Jake, why you don't ever wear no Husker stuff? Jake never wears Husker stuff, right?
No.
Guess what he had on today?
Dolphins gear.
Double Dolphins.
Oh yeah.
He had a double Dolphins. He had a a polo, like if you go in golfing, he had a golfing polo Dolphin shirt on. Then he had it was really weird. Then he had on a
more Dolphins.
Long sleeve. Okay, cool. We miss Adam Carricker. He said, no, not this time, VJ. You're not gonna forget me this time, buddy. He usually has something going on at that time. So I try to get him early and dang. Maybe tomorrow. Rico, you better just calm down, sir. That's all I know. That's all I'm telling you. But what's your take on Tua getting back up?
I don't know. I didn't watch the Dolphins.
He got knocked down. Can we get that song? And I get up again.
Yeah.
But
No,
listen,
we don't want.
Yeah, find it, Rico. Bach. What's your take on that? So basically, he threw a ball. Guy hit him after the play. It was a penalty, and he was, you know how you back up, and he hit his head going backwards. You know, had the helmet on, blam, hit his head on the back, and when he got up, you could tell that he was kind of stumbling, bumbling, and then he fell. Then he got back up, and they got up to the sidelines, and they took him, hit him with the smelling sauce, and then he came back. But anyway,
if he felt good enough to go back in, then he can go. But NFL got protocols that take care of stuff like that, and
we're investigating it.
Yeah, and so in the heat of the moment, he probably wanted to go back out there, and they let him go. So let him play.
Justin Herbert's getting shots to go into the game early because he's got his own. I don't know. I think for a week 3 NFL game, my quarterback that's young, you commit years and years to him. I'd play it safe more. I mean, even if you lose the game, it's week 3.
Yeah, but it's week. Never gonna keep me down. Just saying, man. It seemed like it fit, right?
Yeah, it does fit.
So yeah. So
he just starts drinking.
Play it low, and then okay. when the chorus come back in, turn it up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but I just thought Tua could have laid down, but football players don't lay down.
That's right.
He's a competitor. I mean, you give him credit.
Knocked down,
and I get up again. They're never gonna keep me down.
I get knocked down. They're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down. That's the way our mentality has to be. Get knocked down, get up. That's how we got to play at Nebraska, Terrell. I mean, come on now. We got to get knocked down, but we got to get up again and get on our horse and ride it again until we figure out how to win games. Period. It's coming. It's right around the corner.
Yeah. I hope so. I think that was part of it too. When you get to sit back and watch the bye week, obviously you're not just watching some struggling team, so you kind of watch the better teams, and it looks completely different than Nebraska. I mean, that's kind of the takeaway I had. The takeaway I had with some friends too is just kind of like, man, I just watched some good football this weekend. I didn't like sit and torture myself by watching Nebraska
football. Well, you tortured yourself, all right.
Well, we watched.
You went to Kansas Duke.
Oh, I went to Kansas Duke. That was awesome.
You had a Duke shirt on.
I did have a Duke shirt
and
on.
how'd that feel to lose?
I didn't care. I'm not.
Did they mess with you?
They did mess with me a little bit.
Did they?
Yeah.
Because you had a whole Duke outfit on.
My friend's a Duke fan, Duke basketball, but so we had the chance to go to Duke the Duke
Get
Kansas
out of here,
game.
you Dookie.
Yeah, they're all talking trash, and whenever they did, I would just tell them that Nebraska's going to hire Lance Leipold, so just like enjoy.
Stop! Don't be trying to bring Nebraska in that you got.
I
Duke
would.
on.
Oh, I did.
You got Duke all over the place. You talking about Nebraska?
I actually do not like Duke at all.
He's a Dookie.
I was confusing them. We thought about because Steve Spurrier's son plays for Duke, or not son, his grandson. So we thought we'd go up there and like start talking trash to him in our Duke shirts. People would just be confused as heck and be like, "Are those guys talking about the Fiesta Bowl?"
So I'm confused. See, now I'm confused, Terrell. Because are you with Duke or against them?
I generally don't like Duke. My friend was.
You had a Duke jersey on, sir.
That's because I wanted to know what it was like to go into an opposing stadium with some separate gear on. I never had been the opposing fan.
So that was an experiment.
It was more of an experiment. Yeah, I generally hate Duke basketball. Duke football, I don't care for one way or the other. But my buddy's a big Duke fan, and he had an extra JJ Redick jersey, and he was wearing a Shane Battier jersey. So I was like, yeah, we'd look badass with the Shane Battier and JJ Redick jersey.
Put on an Indiana jersey then. Come on to the game.
Well, I might do that someday. Yeah,
go undercover. Buy your Larry Bird jersey.
No, you said you were already undercover. That's what you did.
Yeah,
I thought you were just a Duke
basic.
fan.
No, I don't. I generally dislike Duke.
So were you cheering for Kansas or Duke?
I was cheering for Kansas. It's a college football game on a bye week. I need to get some college football in.
All right, folks. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, I'm confused.
I don't know. I don't know who we with. Who are we with over here? Who is that?
I like to keep people guessing.
Get your driver's license out. Let's see it. We need to see it. We need to see your driver's license because I don't know if you're who you say you are.
Oh, I am.
You just had a Duke shirt on at right down the road at a Kansas game. Rock Jock Jayhawk.
Yeah.
And the Jayhawks are 4-0.
Oh yeah, Duke was undefeated too. That's what made it interesting. It was sold out. It was cool.
20,000, 25,000.
Like 47,000.
Memorial Stadium. That's Memorial Stadium.
Oh yeah,
right?
it's their Memorial Stadium.
How many Memorial Stadiums were in the Big 8?
Really? I don't know. I always think Kansas and Nebraska.
I think it's 3. It's one more. Somewhere. Come on. Terrell, have you ever been woozy in a game and got back up?
Yeah.
Did you finish the game or did you stay out?
No, I done had some stars knocked across my eyes, you know what I'm saying? Them little shooting stars, been kind of like had to shake myself like, oh my God. Yeah. So, I don't never go out the game like that. I got to physically be hurt for me to come out the game.
So do you think it was wrong for him to go back in the game?
I don't think it was wrong. He wanted to win. That's that warrior he probably got in him. And that's that dog in him that wants to stay in the game and help his team win. This is, it's his choice. Not really his choice, but they did let him go. So, go play.
Do you condone the coach ripping the TV off of the wall and slamming it because he lost?
Ken Dorsey.
Do you condone
Is that
it?
the one that was up in the booth?
He had a meltdown in front of everybody.
Oh, yeah, he had a bad one.
I condone it.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
I was entertained.
That's the Buffalo offensive coordinator?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he went haywire.
You condone that?
I mean, it's for TV. It's funny.
So if a player takes his pads off, hold on, slams his pads and helmet and everything else, you condone it?
VJ, it's like watching Nebraska. How many fans you think done tore their TV up? Ask that question.
That's what I
ask that question. So, ask them, do they condone it? Yeah, I condone it. If my team is losing and I get mad and bust the TV open, then hey.
At least he's into it. He's not losing they're not losing because of a lack of effort or.
Well, just saying. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it's worth it.
I mean,
it's in the heat of the battle, man. And
the game's over. You lost.
That's right. You're upset.
You're sore loser.
Basically, it's win lose. It's just win.
Tom Brady broke like 2 of those iPads
day by day.
Yeah,
getting better and better.
Better and better.
Team can't be beat.
Can't be beat.
Won't be beat. At the beginning of that, there's a statement, and we cheer as the winners go by.
If you ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby.
I know, but to be physically on TV. Tearing up. Same thing for Brady. He don't get it past.
Yeah.
You're a grown man throwing stuff down.
Throwing a fit.
Yeah, like a big. You got little kids. You right, Bach?
Yeah.
You know when I got granddaughters. They throw temper tantrums.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's put you in this scenario, VJ. It's Sunday night football. You're tight end. Everybody's watching. Let's say they throw you a 30-yard bomb.
This guy.
And it goes off your fingertips and you lose.
Why?
You got to do more than why, I'll tell you that.
No, I'm not.
So different scenario for different people, VJ.
I agree.
So
I'm just saying, though, but he tore up the thing just like he just had a meltdown.
I done broke a lot of PlayStation joysticks by throwing them against the wall, So, hey, I get mad like that too. So.
You still throw your controllers?
Oh yeah.
So that's condonable behavior.
Yeah.
Really?
In my house, it is for me.
That's what I'm saying. All you grown gamers,
it's mine, and I
get
bought
mad. Get mad because you hit square, not circle.
Yeah.
And threw a pick. Now you throwing the joystick against the wall. You teaching the kids unacceptable behavior.
Well, it's usually when the game does something that you believe you press the right button.
It could be a glitch or something.
Yeah,
you
it's a glitch.
Never know. It's a glitch happens all the time. But it's just that competition in me. You get upset. You're physically mad.
It's a game.
It's a game. But hey, you play to win.
You can play it again.
It's just like when these kids
you don't break it.
When these kids wake up,
right?
But when these kids
have you ever broke a game before? Have you got mad enough and broke your counsel?
Oh no, they cost too
much. No, you ain't that crazy. You are not that crazy.
No.
To throw that down, but you would break a joystick, right? How much are joysticks now? 70?
Yeah, they are expensive.
70?
$75. But I have a special one, so it's like 100.
You're still chucking them around?
A cheat code?
No, I got a colorful one.
Oh boy.
So
you got Nebraska on there or something?
No, it's my red.
Oh,
it's
boy.
red.
It's
a red joystick.
It's a perfect time to bring Bob in. Bring Bob in. Bob, you are on the Captain Show on the ticket, man. You with the black shirt and Mr. Colvin. What say you, sir?
Hey, I'm going to take you back in time to 1983. Nebraska-Miami Orange Bowl. I stayed up all night. I was in Germany. I stayed up all night watching that game. Don't ever throw a digital watch down. I just about threw it down, and they had thrown a flag, but anyway, it saved the watch. But after Nebraska lost that game, that watch hit carpet.
Oh, you took.
You know how many pieces are in a digital watch?
A bunch.
Billions of little tiny pieces.
Oh, Bob's feeling it today.
Man. I was so upset with that game. I was so upset when Nebraska lost that game. Yeah.
Give me some Bob. Give me some Bob excitement. I don't want to hear about your calculator watch. I want that you almost broke Bob. You almost broke the calculator watch on the rug.
Timex.
I want to know when you broke the watch. When you snatched the TV off of the hinges and threw it down and had a temper tantrum because the Huskers lost, Bob.
And it was right after they missed that 2-point conversion.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And what he's trying to tell you, Bach, what he's trying to tell you is, if you had a calculator watch in 1983, you were well ahead of your time.
Oh,
How much do you think a calculator watch cost you in an 83?
$300? I don't know.
At least, man. How much did it cost, Bob?
It was about $15.
No, it was a $15 watch.
Oh, Bob, you should have threw it against the wall. Come on, Bob. Where's the team spirit, Bob?
Well, you know what? This week starts Indiana. This week starts Mickey Joseph's head coaching career. Hey, don't be surprised we win that game, okay? I think he's made some changes. I think he's got those guys' attention, and with playing with detail and going back to fundamentals. I look forward to
this call will self-destruct.
I want to see some. I think we're going to get after the quarterback.
8.
I think we're going to have quarterbacks for
7,
lunch, supper, and dinner.
6.
So
5,
I mean, I look for some
4,
picks.
3.
So
2.
Yeah,
Sorry, I had to bomb you, Bob. Bob, you didn't come with the energy today, but I ain't used to. I can't let you go out like that, Bob. Most time Bob called, Bob was like, "We gonna do this."
Oh yeah.
And now Bob calling like he's just been drinking all night. He just woke up. Come on, Bob.
I think he was predicting 12-0, so I think he's
I'm not going fault him for 12-0.
Right.
If he was listening to
he's
the
recovering
show,
a little bit with that.
Because I was slanging Kool-Aid like it was free. And it was Friday. But anyways, all right, Bob. I had to hammer you, man. I mean, you gotta, Bob. When you call, you gotta come with the energy, Bob. You can't start with the energy, Bob, and then do something different. It doesn't work like that, Bob.
His story just didn't build up. It was like,
no,
the watch isn't worth much. He's only throwing it on carpet.
Yeah, $15 watch. Terrell, $15 watch he threw on carpet. 1983, Bob.
That's a good memory, but
man, if you would have said you threw it against the wall and blew in 1,000 pieces, I'm thinking of listen, you were cool if you had a calculator watch back then.
Oh, I bet.
I was only 83. How old was I, Bob?
I don't know.
I was 8.
No clue.
We're both 8.
Yeah.
You're both 8?
Yeah, we're both 8 years old.
75.
So that's what I'm saying. If you had a calculator watch back then, I don't remember those calculator watches being $15. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
I can't remember $15 for a calculator watch in 1983.
We didn't even use calculators back then.
You still had the rotary phones.
Oh yeah,
you count with
83, dog.
You count with your marbles or some pennies, you know.
True, I don't know if I'm gonna.
You're 8 years old.
That was y'all back there in the country of Georgia, where the outhouse was still outside.
You remember the fake little coins they had that was made out of like cardboard, and it was like a quarter, and all that. Yeah. So
we call those Boys Club bucks.
Yeah.
They have no value
Yeah,
unless
no
you're in the boys' club. Just saying. I mean, we appreciate that, but what are we talking about?
I don't know. Bob threw it off.
Bob, you derailed the show. Man, shout out to Mr. Fryer on there. Y'all don't know nothing about Mr. Charles Fryer on there. Anyway, you know what? Let's throw it to break, man. We because Bob derailed the show, so we're gonna rock out with Bob. This is Bach's moment.
That's right.
Bach, every time this come on, you got to give me that old school. I'm riding in Lincoln. There's 4 white dudes sitting next to me, and everybody's head is simultaneously popping. Turn it up, Bob. Let them go out to something.
Oh, yeah.
There it is, Bob. Yeah.
Gotta start headbanging.
There it is, Bob. Throw it the break, Bob.
All right, this is the captain. We'll be right back after this short break.
Let me share something to make life just a little easier. It's just one word, Bryant. If we need service on our furnace or AC, we call Bryant. Same thing goes for an electrical issue. If I have a problem with my faucet, a toilet, a drain, or a water heater, I don't need to know how to fix something. I just need to know who to call. And at our house, it's Bryant.
Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Just one call. 467-1111. Remember, we do whatever it takes.
Hello, everybody. I'm Charlie Stone, and joining me in just a moment is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. But before I bring Andy on, I need to tell you about something that really got my attention. Just the other day, I saw on television Andy announcing that in the last 50 years, they had sold and serviced close to 100,000 vehicles.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, actually, the number would be a lot higher if we add in how many repeat customers we have for service and that come back to buy cars from us over and over and over again.
Now, Andy, tell everybody about your special offer.
Well, as most people know, always trade for vehicles, but now we're offering for people to come in and sell us their cars. We're ready to buy, bring it on in, whether it's a year old or a few years old, and we'll pay them cash that same day. It'll be hassle-free, and we'll do it the Honda of Lincoln way.
Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of buying cars, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer 2 of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
This is Dan Friedman. Between 2010 and 2019, distracted driving caused more than 40,000 car crashes in Nebraska, resulting in over 14,000 severe injuries and deaths. Please keep your eyes on the road. If you have a smartphone, put it away while you're behind the wheel. It will help keep our community safe and secure. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
Hey, this is Ernest Hausman. As a linebacker from Nebraska, I know how important it is to have a strong defense and a great playbook. If you are looking for a solid team to have your back, check out my friends at Burke Brown Law. Burke and Jackson will work with you to create an individualized strategy to bolster your defense.
Hi, this is Burke. Give us a call at 402-606-1441. With locations in Lincoln and Columbus, we're ready to tackle your needs. Find us online at burkebrownlaw.com.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
These days, there are more reasons than ever to treat yourself to a great haircut at Great Clips with the online check-in app. So tell us, why do you check in?
I check in because I'm tired of hat hair. I check in because we all need a cut.
I check in so I can feel like me.
And I check in so I look good for you.
No matter why you check in, you'll check out with a great haircut and save time with our online check-in app. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Get an immediate look back at the game from the people who know it best. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word live from Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Hear from former players and national champions like Jay Foreman, Rashawn Jackson, and Aaron Davis and see what they saw in that day's game. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word. Live and in person, home or away at Tanner's Bar and Grill. Brought to you by Bauer Infrastructure. Only here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Teachers like me, parents, we don't always know as much as you guys do about what's going on with other kids.
Half the time, it's rumors.
Yeah, but if you're ever concerned about a friend who's having trouble with alcohol, prescription drugs, anything, you need to tell an adult, someone you know and trust. That can be hard, but speaking up about a problem is what helping a friend is all about.
For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Sponsored by DHHS and aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, sponsored by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Dang, what happened? Did they freeze me? I'm just froze. Why is my camera froze?
You're not frozen, mine.
Oh, I'm in. I'm back in. Oh, it was just late. That's all that was. My bad. You know what, Bob?
Bob threw you off.
Bob. Bob. You might get your own feature, Bob, every day at a certain time from 11 o'clock to 11:01. And when you start to get derailed, I'll let you go further, Bob, as long as you're making sense and getting hyped. But you start to get derailed, the countdown's coming, Bob. Okay? So now I got to go, we're going to throw exactly what we're going to talk about. We'll talk about Indiana tomorrow, okay? But the milkman says this. So we're all text line all the time now, okay? Text line, stream line, wherever you want to be line. Honda of Lincoln hotline is open if you want to call in, 402-464-5685. But remember, if you call in, you better have something to say because the countdown will start and it will detonate. Southern text lines open.
I like that. I got to get an explosion ready over here.
5685. Play with me if you want to. We ain't playing no games. He says, the milkman says, yeah, I watch teams that look fast, strong, smarter than Nebraska. Wow. What frustrates me in watching all the other teams look faster, stronger, and smarter than Nebraska. Did you guys feel that way?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You look at these teams and they're able to play great defense, great offense, just all around great football this weekend, and it was good to not once watch Nebraska and focus just watching good football. And we got to get back to the basics, and hopefully last week was a good week for us, and we come out this week with our focus on our game plan and get this defense ready and get these young men ready to play, and hopefully we can come out with a victory.
They did release the depth chart, by the way, and no changes on that, which is a little bit notable.
Who's the starting offensive line?
Oh, the
You have it?
same offensive line
Oh.
as it has been.
Well, what are you going to do? Guys that don't
know.
exist, don't exist.
Right.
Okay.
They won the jobs because they're probably the best guys there.
Well,
you still have Ben Hart, Bando, Hickson, Piper, and Corcoran. Yeah.
Who's second?
The second team goes Brent Banks is back up on the left side, tackle and guard.
Have we seen Brent Banks at all this
I haven't
year?
seen much of Brent Banks.
Okay, go ahead.
Henry Latovsky at right guard, Hunter Anthony at right tackle, and Ethan Piper, who's the guard, at center.
Have we saw Hunter? Has Hunter played?
I haven't seen Hunter either. We
Come
didn't see
on,
we saw Kevin Williams, and now he's not
hurt.
Too deep. Oh, he's hurt.
I
Okay.
think he's hurt. But I'm just saying.
That makes
Sean P says this about you, Bach. He says, once again, Bach proves he's a bit strange. Probably you putting on a Duke jersey, talking about you're a Kansas fan. You know how hard that is to believe?
I mean, I'm not like I wasn't going to be.
You told me you were going to that game, too.
Yeah.
But I thought you were a Kansas fan.
I'm not like a huge. I've been
You're
to
a Duke fan.
I like going to different games. I've been
like
to Kansas State. What did I go to? Kansas State, Oklahoma. I went to Iowa State, Texas. Different games around the region. So this year, I had a chance to go to Kansas Duke.
Soft Cordova guy says every real competitor is also a sore loser. Only people that like to lose are losers. I don't know about that one. I mean, sore loser.
You can lose with class.
A sore loser is, you lost in a one-on-one basketball game and you take your ball and go home.
Yeah.
No, that's not it, Cordoba guy. That's not it. You don't get to take your ball and go home after you are being a sore loser. At least that's how I look at it. Sore loser is, as a football coach, to me, you keep it together, win, lose, or draw. You never let them see you sweat. And you definitely don't take and blow up your computer on national TV. I'm sorry, but you don't. Quentin says this, Captain, how you know that he didn't cheer as the winners went by and then Hulk smashed the TV? Because I know he didn't.
Well, it'd be a little bit different, too, in college where you're supposed to, when you're working with grown men, I suppose, it's not like it's going to rub off on them. You're not like, hey, players, keep it composed because your coach keeps it composed. When you're in the NFL, I suppose, it's like, yeah, we're all grown men. We can all understand. You don't have to be like a father figure or anything.
All right. So listen, Eric, I was going to read that, but I got somebody on the line, so we're going to give him an opportunity. But I just want to say shout out again to Charles Fryer. Shout out to Deja. Shout out to Artez Craig. Everybody that's watching on YouTube, on Facebook, we appreciate that. Dusty Drizzlefish, 4746 and 9250. I'm gonna get to yours, but right now we got True Red on. True Red, you're on the Captain. What say you?
Hey, what I say is this is time to get pumped up. I'm a true Husker fan. Through every season, whether we went 3-9, 5-6, I have the same energy for every single game. Huskers fans, Husker team, we facing adversity right now. I want to see heart this week. I want to see the effort, and that's what it comes down to. Effort capitalized. I believe Mickey Joseph has got this thing. I believe the defense is going to step up. I believe Garrett Nelson is going to take control of this thing, and I believe in that offense. I think they have something to prove, and we're going to take that out on Indiana. This is Husker Nation. Rise up. Go Big Red.
Boom. See? Woo! True Red putting it down on the Captain Show. See, if you call in, now you're gonna have to top True Red. You don't have to sound like True Red, but whatever you saying, it gotta make sense. True Red, we appreciate that, man. Husker Nation, rise up.
Yeah.
We need to rise up. Right? Rise up. All right. Eric and Lincoln says, I'll throw the controller after I throw a perfect pass, but the computer controlling the receiver drops the ball. That happened to you? You're supposed to control the receiver, aren't you?
I'm a Call of Duty guy right now. I haven't played football.
Oh, you ain't a football guy now.
I am when it gets in wintertime. There's nowhere to go. then I play football. So
I think this is Bryce, but he says this. He says you can't play it again if you break the controller.
I got two of them.
You got a backup.
I got a backup. I got the regular one.
So, what do you ever play with friends anymore? Do people play with each other, or is it mostly online?
When
the last time you played with a guy next to you?
It's been a long time, but I actually got friends online that I play with. You meet people and then y'all become friends and y'all look for each other when y'all online together. So hey, let's hook up, let's play.
Do you ever meet them offline?
No.
Oh, okay. So no kind of dating.
I don't want no
systems and all that type of stuff, right?
No, I don't want no candy or no cookies. So not gonna pick me up in the van.
And half the time it's like 15-year-old kids beating you, though. That's what gets upsetting.
Yeah, and especially when they talk junk, they keyboard gangsters on PlayStation 2, man. So and they talk a big one. And
I can't handle that though. I couldn't have nobody
that
I don't know, or little 15-year-old kid talking reckless.
So I just get them with, hey, where your mama at? So
that get him every time.
They say, you said, oh, where your mama at?
Go get your dad. No, you just stick with the mom.
Yeah, where your mama at?
Yeah, where your mama at?
I could be your daddy.
So, that get him every time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it steam him up. Okay, 4746 says this. I think Bob is a product of Ned Flanders and Uncle Si.
That's that Duck Dynasty guy, right?
Cousin it.
This is Drizzlefish. Come on, Drizzlefish. Listen to this. Drizzlefish says this. If Bob doesn't have his own show on the ticket by the end of the week, whoever runs the ticket isn't doing their job. What would the show topic be, Drizzlefish? What would the title be?
Dilly Dallybilling with Bob.
B.O.B.
Oh, yeah.
Dusty75 said, Bob forever an optimist. He may want to get 10 watches to throw for Saturday. Dang! We can beat Indiana.
We can.
Dude, if we don't beat Indiana, anyway, we're going to beat Indiana. I'm not about to even talk like that. You guys are tripping. Think we can't beat Indiana. We had a week off. Stop it. 1535 says in 2001, my dad was in the hospital, and through the remote at the TV after the loss to Colorado, he was hopped up on plenty of medication, and he still understood to throw that remote control.
Oh yeah.
Oh dang.
Nebraska never got off
Sorry,
the map
Dad.
from that loss, in my opinion.
Is that where the wheels came off?
That feels like it.
Well, that would have been the first time that we got blown out like that in a long time.
Oh yeah.
So I remember watching that game. And yeah,
it was a weird feeling.
Like
I've never felt that
50
before.
Something to
62-36.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even get blown out in the bowl game.
Not really.
Didn't we get blown out by USC? Was that the same
Miami?
Year?
That was Miami.
I meant Miami. Wasn't that the same year? You said
yeah.
Did you say not really?
Well, they lost like 37-14, but
Bruh.
they could have put up some money. They could have put up more on us.
Bruh, you didn't watch that game. That game was a complete annihilation of Nebraska.
Eric Crouch has been on these airwaves. Say they thought they could have won that game. A few different places.
What?
Different way.
And that's that Miami team that everybody compares.
Yeah.
They say they probably one of the best ever. So
Listen, man. Listen, they were completely annihilating our players. I mean, listen. They would have probably had 4 or 5 guys kicked out of the game in today's world.
Yeah.
They was decapitating. Do you not remember that? Man, go back and watch it. Buck, I'm challenging you.
Yeah.
By the end of this week, go back and watch that game. And when you come back, you tell me if we had an opportunity to win that game against that Miami football team. I'm gonna tell you no. You know why? Because at halftime, I had a bowl game party because it was a championship party.
Oh yeah.
At a club and everything. I turned it off at halftime, and we just said turn the music on. Okay. So. It was not winning that game.
Club VJ.
Yeah. JP says, you remember the Swatch watch? I remember that. You remember that, Terrell?
Mm-hmm.
This dude says, Iron Man here. What about Bob was good for radio? What about Bob? 6497. I'm counting you down, man. I mean, you gotta have some kahunas to call to the captain show. I just tuned in and heard a shout out to Charles Fryer. What did I miss? Charles Fryer was in the building. You got to shout out Big Bro when you're in the building. We got another caller. 11-2, Chase B says, hell, just watching the other teams wrap up when they tackle makes me shake my head at Nebraska. Is this secretly Nick? No, I'm just playing. Okay, so we got Dave on the captain show. Dave, what say you?
Hey, guys, how you doing? Hey, so Bob just read the depth chart. So if nothing's changed, that just says the backups aren't very good. The lack of player development at Nebraska in the last 5 or 8 years has been really bad. It's probably because they're not like Georgia and Alabama where they put the starters in, or the second team and third team in the third and fourth quarters. But I've listened to 93.7 The Ticket a long time, and all the hype on these guys come out, like Ben Hart and Turner Cochran, and they don't amount to nothing. They don't make all Big Ten, or it's the same thing on defense. I remember years ago, Chris Walker, who was a local product, raved about him, and I don't think he ever even got on the field. But the lack of player development, and you guys have seen it, it's just not very good. Because if you got the same guys that have had the same problems on defense and offense, and there's nobody else starting, that just says the backups aren't very good. But thanks for taking my call, guys.
Appreciate that, Dave. I mean, it just shows how lack of recruiting,
this
lack of development.
Yeah.
And you listen, at the end of the day, it's on Scott Frost, Coach Frost. It was his team, it's under his watch, and here's where we're at. Period. Nobody else. We can't blame anybody else. And if you want to blame somebody, we can blame ourselves for allowing him to continue with the debauchery and this foolishness, the tomfoolery that has been Nebraska football, and sell us a dream. So that's why we're where we're at.
Yes.
We lose 56 scholarship players to the transfer portal in his tenure. 56 guys. Listen, 56 guys is enough to field how many football teams? Starters. How many?
2, 3.
2.
Yeah.
It's 11 starters.
And it amazes me too, man, just the talent we have that we haven't gotten the last couple of years. You could tell the difference, and you could tell by how fast the other teams are, how faster their players are in us, than their skill position players are really, just top tier. And we probably got some middle tier players, but and then you can develop them. And I don't think they was pushed. I don't think this team been pushed in like 3-4 years. So
when you have to depend on freshmen, because just last year wasn't Gabe Irvin a freshman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What did we do? He was the best running back we had. You mean to tell me he came in off the streets from high school and he was the best running back that we had in the stable of running back U? He was the best guy. What did we do? We got him hurt because he was not developed to be playing all those snaps against men. Who did he get hurt against?
Oklahoma.
What happens? We do the exact same thing again. History repeats itself. We have a young up-and-coming talent, and we put him in the game. We put when at the biggest stage against the biggest players, and he gets hurt.
I don't
like that. I think you better be developing guys that understand what it means to play college football. Their bodies are developed.
That can go two ways though, because you got to say, but like Amon Green, he was special though.
Amon Green didn't have to start until week. In his freshman year, look
Week
at all
4.
the people that he had in front of him.
Well,
Lawrence Phillips
still ran for 1,000 yards.
He had to, though. He had to because LP got suspended.
And so these kids, it's not these kids that's coming from high school that they're the best players on the team.
That's not their fault. Yeah,
it's not their fault. It just shows the lack of
I'm
development.
not blaming.
These coaches have not been doing their job, and and that's
I
one
agree
thing.
with that.
And that's one thing I'm going to put out here about Mickey. He's going to go get the players he needs. He's going to go get the speed. He's going to go get the athletes. We don't want to settle for no second best. We want to get the kids that fit our foundation or our offensive defensive philosophy for us. Not just because the namesake. We need to find some kids for our type of ball. Nebraska football, not just because they're a 4-star, 2-star.
Have we
3-star.
defined that though? Is that defined? Do we know who we are as a team?
I don't think we
offensively. What are we?
We're a passing team. I think we're a 50-50 team on offense.
50-50.
I mean, you got to be. I mean, what else? I mean,
I hope we are. I hope you have ball control this week.
And I think we just need help on defense, and that was comes with, like I said, you got this 6'7" guy sitting on the sideline, man. And
number 50.
You got 4 games. I don't care if he's overweight, man. Just put the kid in there, give him some game experience. Maybe that'll make him, get
turn him on.
Serious about something and make him lose the weight.
Right.
At the same time, you just can't have him sitting there gaining weight, because that's what he's gonna do, just sitting on the sideline.
Even out with he didn't even have his pads on. And
No,
he
was Yeah.
Put him in the game, coach.
I was like,
just get him a helmet.
Yeah, this guy's like 3 of me.
A
dude.
monster, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Soft Cadoba guy says, this is America. I can do whatever I want with my ball.
He's taking it home.
He's taking it home. I already know. I know, but, and it's America. So the eye in the sky don't lie. And the glue tubes that we have on our hip pockets now, let me ask y'all a question. Now, tell the truth, okay? Don't lie, black shirt. You either, Bob.
Okay.
Do y'all sleep with your phones?
I do.
Took you too long. I know you do.
Not lately. I keep mine plugged up on the dresser. I got one of those things I can just sit my phone on top.
Text
of
line's open. You guys sleep with your phones?
And it's charged. No, I don't sleep. I used to, but not
you
no
sleep
more.
With your phone, Terrell.
No, I sleep with my dogs now. The dogs.
The dogs are up in the bed?
Yeah.
What? All 3 of them?
2 of them.
What? Why don't the third get to sleep in the bed?
He's too big.
This guy right here.
Can't sleep with a big one in there. It's just 2 small ones. They down at the foot of the bed.
Hey, C. Stark from Bennett says this. Husker Nation has been up. It's time for the program to meet them there. And did you just play with the guy next to you? Ha, ha, ha. I love it, Big Red. Go Big Red. Scott said it was 21-3, huh? Bob's Babble on show. He was sliding. Had a big old grin. He was talking about Adrian Martinez sliding and have a big old grin. Listen, see, here it comes. 9247. I remember Ben Zay, how you say his name? Zajac getting put to sleep in that title game. Miami laid us to rest that day. Yes, Ben Zajac, or I remember his name. Yeah. But he didn't get decapitated once, but twice. And he still got up to live to tell about it. But boy, I tell you, it's one of those hits that, you just don't wish on anybody. 7576 says, it's not just the inability to put the second and third string in to turn the game. It is the 100+ practices we've missed not going to bowl games. Ooh,
yeah,
that's a good point. No, give me my song.
What's your song?
Give me the song I chimed in, or the one song we played. So remember, pick it up from where we left off.
Okay,
and I'll get out of there. Yeah, that song. 3329 says, you better hope, VJ, that the next coach has more players than that transfer out of this program. We need new players. Oak Valley Husker, Travis and Lincoln, Chase B, 7754, Tyler, 5704. I'll get yours after the break. I'm with
the black shirt.
I'm with
Govin
on the ticket, 93.7.
Get an immediate look back at the game from the people who know it best. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word live from Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Hear from former players and national champions like Jay Foreman, Rashawn Jackson, and Aaron Davis and see what they saw in that day's game. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word, live and in person, home or away at Tanner's Bar and Grill, brought to you by Bauer Infrastructure. Only here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
These days, there are more reasons than ever to treat yourself to a great haircut at Great Clips with the online check-in app. So tell us, why do you check in?
I check in because I'm tired of hat hair. I check in because we all need a cut.
I check in so I can feel like me.
And I check in so I look good for you.
No matter why you check in, you'll check out with a great haircut and save time with our online check-in app. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Lincoln loves local business. What better way to support local than to drink local? Don't miss Lincoln Craft Beer Week beginning September 26th and continuing through October 2nd. You can't go wrong with 14 different local breweries, cideries, distilleries, and more putting on events to get you familiar with Lincoln's craft beverage scene. For more details on participating venues and Lincoln Craft Beer Week, visit lincoln.org/beer tour. Brought to you by the Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
This is Dan Friedman. Between 2010 and 2019, distracted driving caused more than 40,000 car crashes in Nebraska, resulting in over 14,000 severe injuries and deaths. Please keep your eyes on the road. If you have a smartphone, put it away while you're behind the wheel. It will help keep our community safe and secure. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew live from Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brought to you by A1 Automotive, Mullen Motors, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Bauer Underground, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group, and Ritchie Brothers.
Casey's General Stores is giving away 2 tickets to each Nebraska football home game this season. To enter, just head to any Casey's General Store location in Lincoln during the football season, scan the QR code at the front counter, and fill out the online form. One winner will be chosen at random 2 days before that week's game. So head over to Casey's, stock up on all your tailgating snacks and drinks, and register to win 2 tickets to a Nebraska football game, brought to you by Casey's General Store and 93.7 The Ticket. When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club, space club, and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit ASBMidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits. There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Put a frog in a pot of boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in a pot of cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil. As a metaphor for us and all that we go through as veterans, it's a story that rings true. We learn to endure the heat in silence. We apply what we learn to life, the bills, the job, the family, things we're expected to handle with ease. When life heats up around us, we just try to stay afloat. We let the water boil. Reaching out isn't easy, but you've never been interested in easy. You join because you are not afraid of hard work. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait until the water boils. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back with Vershawn Jackson. Sponsored by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Uh-oh.
Can you repeat this story, please?
Yo.
Here we go.
Now you had to sit down and do that. I got to get up when that come on. I can't believe this is just the fastest 2 hours in radio.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Didn't we just sit down?
And that's the best song that the Captain Show got right here.
Oh, no. Come on now. I don't know.
That's Terrell's pick.
That's Terrell's pick. I like that, though. But let me get to some of these before we get out of here, okay? Because I think they're good. Oak Valley Husker says this. They beefed up Adrian his sophomore year, and it slowed him down. Do you think that they are slowing guys down by beefing them up and should do more tone and conditioning?
Yeah, I think everything's about conditioning up here, and that's probably the main topic right now that everybody's talking about. That this team is not big, they're not physical, they're not fast enough, they're not conditioned, they can't last a couple of drives, and it starts in the weight room. So maybe we need to reevaluate things in the weight room and try to get that better, or these players got to believe in themselves.
I mean. Wow. All right. Travis and Lincoln, we're gonna hold that one because that would open up a can of worms, sir.
Yeah.
I don't want to open up that I don't want to open up that can of worms right here. Chase B11-2 says every weekend I got a buddy that comes over and we play one of the old NCAA games on the same TV, and it's fun because he has to pick the best team in the game just to make it close when I choose Nebraska.
Nice. Wonder what year he's running with.
I know. Who you running? What year you running with, Chase B? Make sure you let me know that. That's interesting to know if he's playing that game. Has anyone heard of Thomas Fedoni? Is he close to playing?
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard any updates. Yeah,
kind of went quiet, huh?
Well, they said prior to the year that it'd probably be similar to last year, where maybe he'll get the last 4 games in or something like that. So he's probably still a little bit away.
I'm waiting for this guy to turn the corner and live up to that number 1 tight end in the nation. Like.
I like Tyler 84 says this. Mickey needs to try some other guys on the O-line. If he doesn't, he is no different than Frost. But nobody will say anything. I don't know. I think they'll say something now. He is in charge. Let's see some shakeup in the lineup. Mickey is in charge. Ask him.
He should be asking the offensive line coach.
Right?
He's the ones that determines, them his guys, and he gets a better view at them than Mickey. So, it's basically up to the offensive line coach.
And losing Prohaska, I mean, that hurts because, I know he wasn't playing great this year, but now you're back to Corcoran and Benhart at tackle, and we saw that last year. And I don't know if they've made significant strides to get that better. So it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. All I can say is we lost Wandale Robinson, J.D. Spillman, McCaffrey, and that running back from California that got in trouble. That was really a receiver. Washington?
Yeah, Washington.
Yeah, I think he was a running back. I mean, he was phenomenal in the running back spot. But and he made a lot of people miss back then. But again, that's 4 of the 56. Who are the other 51 guys?
McCaffrey, by the way, has as many yards this year as Trey Palmer does.
At receiver.
See? There you go.
See? And what school is he at?
Rice. And we didn't have enough smartness to be able to tell that young man, hey, listen, you want to be like your brother? You want to play a long career in the league? You need to go to receiver. I need you to go to receiver in order to help this football team. No, we just disrespected him. And then his dad said, what did McCaffrey, the dad, know, and Warner, the dad, know? Because they were the first ones to get out, right? So what did they know? Anyway, it doesn't even matter.
Cade Warner still had plenty of drops. He looks about the same to me.
Yeah, but he's still playing, isn't he?
He's playing.
Yeah, he's dropping.
I don't think he'd be playing if he's at Nebraska. That's one room I kind of like that they got going here, the wide receiver room.
No, probably not. UNC fan Thomas says this. The Frost softness is out, and Mickey seems to be toughening up practice and getting back to the basics. He had time, and his Saturday will be a big sign of how the rest of the season is going to go. Pray for the O-line. I mean, man, listen, that bye week came at a perfect time.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if we had a game last week? I couldn't imagine playing Michigan State. What would that have looked like? So to give him an extra week to prepare and to get what he wants out of these young men, I think is definitely a positive. Definitely a positive. Kelsey, the Mississippi Mud Dog, says this. Hey, VJ, just getting on because I've been at work. Wanted to ask you if you saw Martinez beat OU on Saturday. I know he isn't your favorite dude, but you can't deny he's a great player. We did wrong him by not putting better pieces or O-line around him. It's not that I didn't like the fact that he left was my problem. I like Martinez a lot. I thought he made mistakes in the worst time. That's not a Martinez deal. I like him the person. I like him as a player, but I didn't like how he was coached because he got 3 coaches. You would think with Coach Frost, Verduzco, whatever his name is, the quarterback guru,
yeah,
and then the offensive coordinator, somebody would have certainly taught him how to slide. Seemed like he picked up how to slide at Kent. How long was he over at K-State before he played his first game?
Not too long.
Not that long, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So he not only did he learn how to slide, he learned how to manage the game. He had 0 turnovers. He didn't have a fumble or interception. I challenge you, go back in 4 years and tell me a game that he played clean. And I guarantee we won the game. Tell me, do you remember?
It's
Bob,
hard to remember too many.
remember a clean game?
One turnover or the other.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Had he not turned the ball over in the Oklahoma game, what do we do? Win.
Yeah.
Anyway, 6497 says this. With Mickey having connections with Chase and Jefferson, that's a hell of a recruiting weapon that'll help him bring the top-tier talent. Kids that inspiring to go to the next level would love to hear from those guys and also may get an opportunity to work out with them. That would bring us some much-needed talent. I mean, everybody don't have that connection. We seem to forget that Mickey Joseph recruited, coached the top receivers in the NFL. 3 or 4 of the top receivers in the top, let's call it top 20. Those are Mickey guys. If he can recruit them on a receiver standpoint, just like everybody says, well, what's the best room? Running backs, then what? Receivers. Who's been the most consistent? Receivers. And Mickey's not coaching them. Again, he's got to be able to put this whole thing together and make it make sense. And it tastes like a big what's the stuff when you put it all the stuff from Louisiana?
Gumbo.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Like a good old gumbo.
No, that's a good sales pitch in recruiting, to use that as a weapon, but that's just, I don't know, these young kids, they want the money.
Yeah, that's gonna come along with it these days.
Listen, JP, stop with the shenanigans. See, these are the shenanigans I'm talking about, Terrell. This is what JP says. If Bob ever texts in, change his name to ... Bob spelled backwards. Yada yada
There
waka
you
waka
go.
waka. You got me, JP. Texas Jeremy says, y'all stop with the foolishness. Lack of talent. My ace would have the walk-on program. What? Totally sarcastic. He said, hell, I'm sleeping as I text this right now.
Well, go back to sleep.
Well, maybe I should have read that up top too. So I didn't though. Bill and Bennett says, we need to bring back some of the toughness to this team. The Oklahoma drill, running stadium steps are good ways to do that. I think they're trying to get tough, right?
You can't run the Oklahoma drill no more. It's outlawed in college football.
Is it really?
Yeah.
We didn't run the Oklahoma drill anyway.
Well, it's like an inside drill.
It's just 9-on-7.
Well, they do it differently, like the 3-on-2.
Justin asked this. Do you think Martinez concealed some of the other problems over the past couple of years in his play? I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it shows you how much we leaned on Martinez.
We asked him to do it all, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we really – but then it also showed that when Martinez doesn't do well, the team doesn't do well.
Yeah. And again, I want to I know this is Martinez week. It's not like he just shot up to the top of the Heisman boards. He still has 2 passing touchdowns.
Stop it.
He had a big week. I thought it was good. We'll have to see how the rest of the season plays out.
Oh, Chase B11-2 says, I believe he was playing with 09, whatever year.
Oh, that's a good year.
The last year we had Sue, so maybe 11.
Yeah. That was 2009. It was the last year.
So it was 9? Dang, I lost a couple of years, didn't I? Bipolar says, the new better than to leave their kids in a tanking program that was being run by an alcoholic.
Whoa.
Dang, Bipolar. But he's bipolar.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Hey,
you don't know whether to believe him or to believe him. Thank you for that, though, Bipolar. Tyler 84 says, he fought for McCaffrey to be a quarterback until the end. He refused to play receiver full-time here.
Yeah, that seemed to be the case.
Who fought for him to be a quarterback?
Frost did.
Why?
Because that's how he got him here. He's the only one recruiting him as a quarterback.
Well, listen, appreciate that, sir, but you helped this football team at receiver, sir. Hey, Dad, I'm calling the Dad McCaffrey. Hey, Dad. Yeah, this is Coach Frost. I'm thinking right now that your son can help us big time at receiver. If we can get back to getting him back at quarterback, that's cool. But right now, he's a 10 times better receiver than he is quarterback. You have to have that discussion with the father so that you get him on board and you respect him by telling them that. And then tell McCaffrey the same thing. Obviously, Rice, they gave him an opportunity to be the quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? They let him
show himself that he's not
poop down his leg a little bit, right? Yeah. And then he said, "Okay, we know you ain't that you know you're not the best quarterback in the building, but you can be a great addition to this football team that we need." Just saying.
They did start McCaffrey twice. Don't forget that.
That's
they
what I'm saying.
benched Martinez, started McCaffrey at quarterback.
Yeah, but McCaffrey won a game for us, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, Penn State game.
Okay, he beat Penn State. Do you think we could beat Penn State before?
They outgained us quite a bit. It was a weird game, but
I'm just saying
he was not the future quarterback that they promised him to be. I mean,
yeah, I know, but 1562 says this. He wasn't great at Nebraska. But when the house is burning down, you don't just sit in your easy chair. You get out. Good for Martinez. Made the right decision. Dang, he saw it burning and was like, "I'm out of here, huh?"
He's on a top 25 team now.
Cassidy, Mississippi Mud Dog says, "I agree. He had too many turnovers when he played with us. But with that said, I think Adrian covered up a lot of the issues we had under Frost, and he bore the brunt of the heat from the fans and the media. Without Adrian, Frost would have been fired 2 years ago." You think Adrian protected him from getting fired because of the opportunity of what he could be?
No, not 2 years ago. I mean, by that time, I think the story was written. I don't know.
Hey, is it true that Scott Frost, 75% of Scott Frost fans are women?
I don't know.
I just seen that. Somebody put that stat up.
I could see
stuff, man. What's wrong with y'all?
He's a good-looking dude.
Calm down. He is a good-looking dude. He's just a bad coach.
Yeah.
At Nebraska.
That doesn't help you in coaching too much.
I mean, you get the looks. That's what I'm saying. Us in all these alternate uniforms. Oh, we go get the throwback 83 uniform and we should play better. Who cares? I get it. It's good for recruiting, allegedly. No, wins and losses are good for recruiting.
Better, yeah.
If you win more than you lose, that's good for recruiting. You might as well just go out there, no names on the jersey, and just play. Don't even put the N on the jersey. Make them earn that too. Just have all white helmets with the red stripe down it, all white or red uniform with the white letters, and all red pants with one white stripe, and go. They might need to go back to Converses.
Yeah, sign a deal with Converse.
They might need to. Because, see, we get a little, Adidas makes it really comfortable for us. All the gear, all the shoes, all the different gloves. See, but we forgot to play football. We want to look the part, but we don't want to play the part. Who cares how you look? It's how you play the game. Hey, who ran the most stadium steps in the 90s? I was up quite a few, but I can't say it was.
Rod, 17 straight days.
I tell you who. I think what's the linebacker? Remember he was on special teams.
Oh, Penland?
Oh yeah, Aaron Penland was always fighting in practice.
Yeah.
I had to say somebody was Penland, right?
Probably me.
Probably you.
Yeah.
You didn't ever fight in practice. You just got
I didn't
from the other stuff.
Yeah.
Off the field.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. Terrell Farley ran the most, by the way, y'all. Anytime you run, I don't even remember that. Anytime you run 17 straight days of stadium steps.
Well, you was late probably more than 17 times, so who knows?
Well, you think Coach Osborne would allow me to be late more than 17 times?
Well, he had to get you in shape somehow.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
How did Martinez do against Tulane? He lost.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man? Well, I mean, what you got, Terrell, before we get out of here?
Oh, I'm good, man.
You got nothing for the people?
Oh, man, just good Monday. Let's watch Monday Night Football and cheer our Huskers on this week, and we'll talk about them later on in the week. So,
Indiana, what you got, Bob?
Oh, big week. I think this, this bye week comes at a really great time, as we mentioned. But like you said, we're almost not even looking at the possibility if you lose this game because Indiana's like the most gettable on their schedule left. So, I mean, they got to get this one to pump some life into that sellout streak.
Listen, 8240 says this. I'm tired of all this Adrian beat Oklahoma. Look what we're missing out, crap. He had the lowest QBR in the country the last few weeks. Prior to this, and almost lost his starting job before this week. He played one good week and playing, acting like he's a Heisman candidate now. Stop the shenanigans, chicken
It's time
sandwiches.
again for Lincoln's Best Oktoberfest, the 7th annual Piedmont Oktoberfest, October 8th from 5 to 11 p.m.